Today we're going to embody curiosity as a way to look to our own body and eventually also our reality. But we're going to start with our own body. And if you want to learn more about curiosity as an intention, it's definitely worth checking out the video we recorded about the importance of curiosity in our lives. For today, we're going to focus on an embodiment practice. So starting to look to our own body, our own mind with different eyes. The first step in Yin Yoga is to actually learn to look at the more tangible sensations in our physicality, in our body, with less judgment and more openness. And eventually we can translate that renewed sense of openness and curiosity also to the mind and the emotions as they arise. Let's get started. We're going to work around a few positions that are focused on opening heart, chest, and shoulder region, and then eventually also pull up some extra energy from the root and from a strong foundation so we can rest today in peace, in compassion with our heart, and let the curiosity radiate to the world around. So we're going to go through the sequence of the seal pose, which is part of the Yin Yoga Deck of PlayPauseBe, where you can find way more about the benefits as well. Supported banana. Then we're going to go through the broken wing pose and the supported bridge. So I also lay them out here so I can just really think about nothing else and surrender fully to the pose and what will be today. You will need a cushion if you have it. If you don't have it, no worries, but any kind of support will be helpful. And for Yin, as it's a cooling practice, I like to also wear a bit more clothes because it's nice and warm. And at any time you can pause and do any adjustment you need just to be more comfortable. Thank you for the trust, and let's start. So today we're going to start actually laying onto the belly. And we can just put our hands on top of each other and just rest our forehead on the hands. And I want to invite you to start with a gentle wiggle of the hips, just swaying the hips a bit from side to side. This way we are releasing possibly some stagnant energy around the hips. And the hips tends to store some stagnant energies such as shame, guilt, and some other emotions. So just move, and instead of trying to rationalize or analyze everything, today is all about noticing and detaching from it. Just coming back to the physical present moment with open senses and a breath awareness. Okay, so just wiggle a little bit longer. And if you feel like it's hard for you to bring your attention inward, it's very common, especially if we had some stress today or some tension, then it can help to elongate your exhales a little bit. So slower exhalations. And trying to really feel the body connected to the ground as you release with those exhales. Then we're going to start with the seal pose. But today I'm just going to do a very gentle variation myself. So we're going to place the forearms actually to the floor today and put the elbows underneath the shoulders and just have the forearms down. If you want today, you can also add a mudra, Grantiti mudra, which helps essentially to open all the energy channels. So crossing the fingers like this, shoulders away from the ears, and just relaxing the body. Trying to close the eyes if it feels comfortable, or just looking to one point to focus the mind. Shoulders are relaxed. And you just start to connect with the breath as it flows naturally. Or once again, as before, emphasizing the exhales to settle more into this moment. trying in this specific position to connect with the lower back. Stimulating the bladder meridian mostly, and the water element in the body to get stagnation to move. And trying to open your awareness to observe this whole world within you. The physical sensations first. Knowing that at any moment when you feel like you need to change position or alter, that you are free to do so. That is really about you taking this time for yourself and asking, how can I support myself and my body more? Breathing a few more breaths. And then we're going to slowly come out of the position and we're going to try and support the side body. So we're going to work more on the gallbladder now. So turn, and we're first going to try to lay on the left side for a moment, connecting more with the yin side by breathing more through the right nostril. So you're going to place the cushion or something into the side and trying to rest onto your arm. And you can possibly put a second one between your legs to support the lower back a bit more. So if we have the knees collapsing in, it can create some pressure on the lumbar. So if we have the knees like this, it supports the lower back more. Of course, you can straighten the legs a bit more out. But yin to me is a very introspective practice. It's a lot about tuning in to the needs and just opening up to this non-judgmental approach to the body. So instead of all the time thinking what it should be, just tune into your body and let it be what it's supposed to be, just whatever shape it is. And if it's uncomfortable for you to lay like this with the arm, you can also put a cushion under the arm. I like to really rest my head on the arm, but find whatever serves you more. You can also bring the second arm up or keep it close to you. And we're just going to take a few breaths, and as we are here, we're opening the body laterally, stimulating circulation into the side body, trying to find a little bit more space even in the breath in that part of the body. And opening the gallbladder meridian. Which helps us to release and transform, repress anger and frustration. So just take a few more breaths. And it's totally okay if this practice for you is a bit more mental, as in if you're not able to find that switch off in the mind. Is not about being completely silent in the mind. Then it is about trying to be less reactive to whatever occurs in body and mind, and creating space by consciously breathing in and out. And we're going to try to transition from here into the broken wing. So you can put the cushions to the side, and you're just going to bring the left arm through to the right. And you're going to try now to cross your right arm. So you kind of want to push yourself up, remove that cushion. Maybe put that cushion to the forehead. Now trying to roll on to the belly and trying to find the arms cross. So if you fully cross, you can rest the forehead, or you can, if it's less deep, like I'll be doing today, you can also put the cushion onto the arms. So we're going to try to be here. The more you cross, the more intense it will be. So the more you stick it through, try to drop your heels out, and we're just going to take a few breaths here, really breathing into the space between the two shoulder blades. And then just prepare yourself to switch immediately the arm. So same position, but other arm on top. And if you want, you can add a bit more hip opening by placing the soles of the feet together. If this is too much, you can put a pillow under the heels. And sliding the arms a bit further. Forehead or chin to the floor or arms. So if you put the chin, you're more focused on the throat. Otherwise, the forehead down, and just breathing in and out. Take a few more breaths. And then we're gonna come slowly out. We're gonna turn to the other side. So we're gonna do this position. I'm just gonna turn around, so facing the front. But you can just stay in the same direction. And just do what we did before. Placing the cushion into the side of the body, possibly one under the head, or resting onto the arm. Legs are more bent. You can even adjust the light in your room to make it a bit darker and to more and more go from curiosity to the subtle sensations in the body. To more and more also this curiosity and this openness to any thought surfacing of the mind. So any thought that arises, any ideas that come up, just see them with openness. But for now, it's about returning to the present. non-attachment, non-judgment, and the cultivation of openness to sensations. You might even notice that as you're practicing that maybe certain feelings arise. Trust that everything has its own space and time. There is an awareness beyond wrong or right. And the secret is just to anchor into the here and now. Breathing in and out. And then we're going to prepare ourselves to lay onto the back from here. And you can actually keep the cushion under the lower back. Maybe put two if you have two. Just turning it around straight away. And just laying down flat onto the back. Yes. With a cushion or any kind of higher block or anything under the lumbar. Transition to the sacral. And we're just going to pull a little bit more energy from the earth into the heart. So we're having a slight inversion where we're now going to try to bring the strength of our feet like roots up to the chest and heart and rest and in that curiosity. So what we're going to do is we're going to lift the hips up for a moment, breathing in and hold the breath. And then exhale, just bringing the hips down. Inhale, lift up and connect the belly to the heart. And exhale, bring the hips down. Last one, breathe in, again hold the breath. And exhale, release down. And I'll stay here, knees apart or drop the knees together. Hands onto the body, our arms stretching up. And I'll try to go inward and inward into the body and boundaries of your body. And take a moment to acknowledge the magic that is at this moment occurring into the body. The lungs that are breathing, the belly, the digestion, the bones, the structures. And taking a moment to appreciate within your capacity the magic of being, of having a body, of breathing. And to relearn to see all of those occurrences with curiosity. Trying to settle more and more, soften more and more. Hips, back and shoulders. You can choose today to finish the class here, remove the cushions and lay in Shavasana fully. But we're all going to seclude the session by releasing all effort completely and just surrender to being wherever you are and celebrate your ability to open more up. You can stay here as long as you need and feel. As you allow yourself to reside in this renewed sense of curiosity. We hope you had a beautiful class and wishing you a beautiful time to relax.